Harry Maguire transfer. Man United legend urges Red Devils to break the bank for a Leicester defender. Manchester should break the bank for Harry Maguire after his World Cup with England. That's the view of five-time Premier League title winner and former United star Wes Brown, who reckons Maguire is just the man to help United claw the title away from crosstown rivals Manchester City. Leicester, who play United in the first Premier League game of the new season at Old Trafford a week on Friday, insist they aren't interested in selling 25-year-old Maguire. And despite only paying Hull an initial £12 million for Maguire last summer, they've slapped a £70 million valuation on the Sheffield-born star after his top-drawer performances as England reached the semi-finals of the World Cup in Russia last month. That's a huge price hike, but Brown believes that's still good business for United because it would make Jose Mourinho's much stronger. Maguire had a fantastic tournament and has been really good for Leicester since joining them from Hull. He's shown that he can play on that stage. That's the sort of player Manchester United need. He knows the Premiership and knows what it's about. I never talk about the money side of it because if a player will strengthen your team, then the transfer fee is what it is. All I care about is whether he will be good for the team, and he definitely would be, said Brown, talking exclusively to 88 Sport. United have also been linked with Barcelona's Colombian giant Yerry Mina as a fallback option after Maguire, and Brown is an admirer. Mina could be a good partner for Bailey. Obviously he's not played in the Premier League before, but he actually did very well in the World Cup. I think Maguire would be my first choice, but that doesn't take anything away from Mina, who is a good player. Grumpy Mourinho has been told he has to sell at least one of his central defenders before he can buy another. And that could spell the end for Chris Smalling, especially with Victor Lindelof starring for Sweden in the World Cup. Chris Smalling was United's best defender 2 seasons ago. Then Jose started to make a few changes and he hasn't played a lot since then. He might have had a word with the manager already, asking what the plan is for his future, and if Jose has said he won't be playing much, then I'd think it's in Chris' best interests to leave and get first-team football. Lindelof had a fantastic World Cup and I thought he did really well. The Swedes were solid as a team and he was a big part of that. That's what everyone hopes he can now do for Man United. Players don't necessarily start off great straight away. Some take a little time to bed in, and I'm hoping he is one of them. Brown believes Chilean striker Alexis Sanchez and Paul Pogba are in that category, and he's confident they will be different players this season after adjusting to life at United. And he's convinced they'll make United are more realistic title contenders than Liverpool. United came second last year, so I wouldn't say they have fallen behind Liverpool at all. Liverpool have a really good squad and they've added to that as well, but as a United fan I'd be looking at United pushing on and challenging Man City. There are players like Sanchez and Pogba who will perform tremendously this year. Sometimes it takes a little time to bed in, and I've been there myself. It's not just about one season, and hopefully the players will improve even more. Mourinho has made Antonio Valencia United skipper, but the experienced Ecuadorian defender wouldn't have been Brown's choice. I would have David De Gea as captain. He's always brilliant and has been the backbone of the team. He shows that every game. Meanwhile, Brown allowed himself a chuckle after causing a storm on social media when he was announced as a FIFA legend at England's last 16 penalty shootout win over Colombia in Moscow. Brown, who won 23 England caps, sat alongside German World Cup winning captain Lothar Matthäus in the stands at Spartak Moscow's stadium. Laughed Brown, "I loved the legend jokes as I sat next to Lothar Matthäus. I loved it. I've never won the World Cup, but I have lifted 2 Champions League trophies." Read the full 888 Sport interview with Wes Brown, including his thoughts on the Martial saga.